You know, even though the Nintendo Direct wasn't the huge Nintendo Direct that we all thought it was going to be, even though it didn't hold the Zelda 35th Anniversary games or Mario Kart 9, I think it did have some shining spots. Especially with that Splatoon 3 reveal, and hey, at least we know that Nintendo Directs are still alive and kicking. Hey guys, it's Rob here, and welcome back to the Robo-Chan Show, where we cover the latest gaming news, leaks, and rumors from Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo in 2020 and beyond. If you want to be kept up on the latest gaming news, make sure you click that red subscribe button below this video and that notification bell so you know when I upload. And if you're interested, I have a Patreon, which link to that will be in the pinned comment along with my Twitter account. In this video, we're going to talk about the recent Nintendo Direct, why it wasn't the huge Nintendo Direct that we all thought it was going to be, and why those who may have been disappointed by the lack of Zelda Anniversary goodness may be in for a surprise later this year. So we waited a long time for that full Nintendo Direct, for months and months and months, and I think it was around 18 months if I recall, before the February Nintendo Direct. Before that, we didn't even know if full Nintendo Directs were a thing anymore. I mean, could you imagine if there was no more full Nintendo Directs? That would kinda suck. While Twitter reveals are nice and all, I like the full Nintendo Directs because there's more excitement surrounding them. Usually we had a Nintendo Direct partner showcase or the odd indie Nintendo Direct, which I still enjoyed because I think indie games are great, but I do like the full Nintendo Directs. But when the February Nintendo Direct hit the internet, it wasn't really all what we thought it was gonna be, or what I thought it was gonna be anyways. I can't really speak for you guys. Now, don't get me wrong, there were some cool Nintendo Switch announcements, like Project Triangle, which looks to continue the Octopath Travelers and what that brought to the Nintendo Switch. It actually even has a demo out right now, which I do plan on playing, which I will of course be doing a video on my thoughts on the demo. Not only that, but we know when No More Heroes 3 is coming out, which is going to be August 27th. And not only that, but we also got Splatoon 3, a series I haven't even played yet, so this will be my first time actually playing a Splatoon game when that comes out. Oh, and quick side note, jump down to the comment section if you got any Pokemon Coliseum vibes when they showed that desert scene in Splatoon 3. It's the first level in Pokemon Coliseum, and it gave me like this huge burst of nostalgia when I saw the scene. It kinda made me want to play Pokemon Coliseum. I wonder if it's difficult to find copies of that game. Anyways, there was also Mario Golf, which introduced open world mechanics, an RPG system, and other cool aspects that I think people will enjoy. Of course, we have Pyra in Smash now, which if I'm being honest doesn't really interest me personally, but I'm sure some people do like that. It didn't really excite me as much as, say, Joker or Minecraft Steve. Now, I do have to say that The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword was a nice surprise. Even though it was listed on Amazon already, it was cool to see it verified and coming out eventually, especially with those new Joy-Cons. But aside from those things, it was pretty much a dull Nintendo Direct in my opinion. If you have a different one, make sure you tell me in the comment section below. But after 50 minutes were up, we had one Zelda game. Going into this, I thought we were gonna have more Zelda games shown. I mean, the anniversary a couple days away, the rumors and speculation, plus those trademarks days before the Nintendo Direct. One would assume that a Nintendo Direct is coming and they're gonna show some Zelda anniversary stuff in it. Well, that turns out to be a no, and we didn't get any of that, but that doesn't mean it will never be coming because a new rumor has sprouted up from a very reliable source. The same source that gave away the Mario Anniversary games according to Nintendo Life. So for those who missed it, it seems that hope has sprung up for Wind Waker and Twilight Princess coming to the Nintendo Switch, which is just fantastic. I'm gonna be honest here, I was kinda worried that that was just gonna be a rumor forever and we were never gonna get it, but it seems hope has come back. So according to VGC journalist Andy Robinson, Skyward Sword and Wind Waker are coming to the Nintendo Switch, and this is what his tweet said. For those disappointed with Skyward Sword Remaster, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are 100% coming this year, so that's at least one good 3D Zelda. Apparently he has a problem with one of these Zeldas, but I don't. To each of their own, I guess. I'm not even sure if I'm using that right. Anyways, he's not the only person who has chimed in on this topic as well. Another video gaming journalist from Eurogamer, Tom Phillips, had this to say, and he even goes on about a date for these games. So this is what the first tweet said. Well, look at the bright side. If you already have the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess on Wii U, there is no need to rebuy them again. And then Tom Phillips replies with this: see you in a couple months. Now, if you want to be caught up on all the rumors and leaks and so on the Zelda 35th Anniversary, I have a video for you right here. Just click the top right corner of this video. It goes over all the info that we know so far. And for those who want to hear when we could see these games, continue watching. So to answer the question, why was this Nintendo Direct so dull, aside from a few reveals that is? Well, I think the answer is more simple than you may think. I think since E3 is just around the corner in June, which is about 4 months away, Nintendo will probably want to hold off any major reveals. So new Nintendo Switch games like Metroid Prime 4 and Breath of the Wild 2 will probably be shown off, or at least have a short glimpse of of teasers at E3, along with the Zelda 35th anniversary games. Now take the Zelda 35th with a grain of salt because this is a rumor or a leak or whatever you want to call it, despite it coming from the source that leaked the Mario 35th anniversary games. I always want to set up that expectation that it could be fake because every single leak, rumor, anything I talk about on the channel that isn't coming from Nintendo or an official source could always be wrong. So keep that in mind. But I do think it's going to be shown at E3 because Todd Phillips says in a couple months, and the only event that's coming around the corner is E3. Nintendo might be trying to celebrate Zelda's anniversary during E3 time and at the same time show off Breath of the Wild 2. And I think there's another question you really have to ask. Are these going to come in a pack or are they going to be sold separately? There's this idea of a Zelda 35th anniversary collection where you have 3 Zelda games in one pack. Not too different from what they did with the Super Mario 35th anniversary. So Wind Waker and Twilight Princess would be the games that they would pick most likely. But that third game, I don't know what they would pick. There are some people saying that they would want Ocarina of Time, other people want Majora's Mask. There's a lot of people who want that third game to be what their favorite Zelda is. If you had to choose any Zelda game for that third game, what game would you pick? Tell me in the comment section below because I'm kind of curious on what the Nintendo install base thinks. So let's recap everything we've talked in this video. A video game journalist from VGC who leaked out the Super Mario 35th anniversary says that Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are 100% guaranteed to come out, which is why I have 100% in the title right now. Or at least I should if I decide to do that. Along with another Eurogamer journalist saying that see you in a couple months, which E3 is in a couple months, so that's my guess on what he's talking about. And E3 is why the February 2021 Nintendo Direct was pretty dull aside from some great games like Splatoon 3 and for personally me, Project Triangle and Skyward Sword. I've never played Skyward Sword and that's probably the only reason though. So now that you have the news, you probably want to check out more videos, maybe on the Pokemon 25th anniversary, because remember that is coming up very soon. If you want to learn more about that, you can click the top right corner. And of course, for those who stayed, it is time for the comment of the day, a part of the video where I pull any questions or comments from the comment section or maybe my community tab and reply and react with my own thoughts. If you want yours to be picked up, make sure you leave them down in the comment section below. It would also be a big help for me to search through all the comments if you put comment of the day in the beginning. So the first question of the day is from White Knight, and White Knight asks this: do you think they will port Ocarina and Majora's Mask from the 3DS with updated visuals? So in my opinion, I don't think Nintendo would end up porting these versions based on the way they have been treating a lot of these ports lately. It seems like for the most part anyways, they changed the controls to fit the Nintendo Switch and put a small visual upgrade and then just pump it out, which in my opinion does sound really lazy when you say it out loud. But I mean, that's pretty much what they're doing. It happened with the recent reveal of Skyward Sword, it happened with the Super Mario games, and it's probably going to happen to more games down the line. Moving on to the next question, we have Samaron. I might have said that wrong, so if I did, make sure you correct me down in the comment section below. But this is what he asks: what do you think will be a holiday title for this year? In my opinion, I think it's going to be Splatoon 3. I think that's why they showed Splatoon 3 at the recent Nintendo Direct. Some may say Breath of the Wild 2, but I don't think Breath of the Wild 2 would be ready by holiday release. Unless they are farther along in development than we initially thought, but they aren't really showing anything, so I don't think they are. Now again, they could be just wanting to show this stuff at E3, and maybe they are further along, but for now, I don't think they will have it for the holiday title. I think it's going to be Splatoon 3. And that's all for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to RoboRob Gaming for videos just like this, and of course, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember, stay safe, stay charged, and have a good one.